There you go.
All right, y'all. This is the Keep It Pushing podcast with Tony.
Homero.
Braxton, if you don't like our takes, you can keep it pushing. Get the fuck on. I'm sorry, but respectfully. So,
He said respectfully, bro. Like, you didn't really just cuss at the honest, but it's okay. What are we allowed? Like 2-3 cuss words before we like?
I don't know.
All right, well,
I'll speak my mind.
I think apparently if it goes up on YouTube and there's no violence in the first 15 seconds, it's okay.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought you.
So stay away from Diddy.
Oh,
That's
All right.
that's for a different segment,
All right.
but we'll get that. We'll get to that very very shortly.
Shoot, a lot of action we had with baseball. We are kind of late.
Yeah.
So
don't-
baseball. Yeah, chill, hop off. We just trying to get things going, but we got baseball postseason. So far, the postseason outcomes. First thing I gotta say, man, fuck the Dodgers. I hate the Dodgers.
Really?
Bro.
I'm
Yes,
okay with them.
I really
know.
wanted the Padres to get one.
I hate the Padres.
Especially after what I saw how those Dodgers fans acted. They were throwing stuff. I understand Jerks and Profar kind of like
He
trolls
egged them on, yeah. Listen, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I hate Manny Machado and Manny Machado and Fernando Tatis Jr. I hate them both. I legitimately, my buddy texted me. We were talking about it. I said anybody but the Padres and the Astros.
You hate Manny Machado from like the Dustin Pedroia incident.
I hate him since he was on the Orioles. Yes, he had that whole little thing with
Is it that exact situation?
No, it was another situation when they were playing the A's. They were at Camden Yards, and he swung at a ball and let go of the bat, and the bat ended up at like third base. And it's like, dude, like he would have.
He's had some questionable things, but honestly, I can't really fault him. I'm not gonna try to hold him. Like he hasn't done anything crazy like that. Like,
he stepped on Jesus Aguilar's foot. He did that thing with the baseline.
That was when he was younger too. I've let it like honestly, it's fucked up then, but he doesn't do anything like that anymore.
I'm good on that. I don't like Tatis. Tatis is a cheater. I mean, it's just that simple. He took
steroids anymore.
But it doesn't matter. And you're so bad at your position defensively. They move you into the outfield.
It's not that
he was supposed to be their shortstop for the next.
He's not bad. It's just the fact that he's very versatile. That he can get to play.
That's when he plays because he's hurt a lot too.
Doesn't Bogaert play short now? Who plays short?
Justin Bogaert.
No, doesn't Bogaert.
Bogarts. No, he plays second.
No, he's short.
Oh,
he plays second.
Can he play both?
Bogarts plays. Yeah,
he's originally a shortstop.
Yeah, he's a short. He's the highest paid second baseman.
Ha-Sung Kim is that short.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kim's
Kim played second.
No, Bogarts plays
a shortstop. Yeah. So that was a questionable signing in the offseason, and it definitely didn't pay out. And then they also went after Luis Arias, which either they had to use at first base or they use him as a DH, which
doesn't make any sense to me, really.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
I mean, it's a good leadoff. Bro's just kind of slow.
The problem, I think the problem is, and like, so he swings at so many like bad pitches. He doesn't always take his walks either. It's like there's okay, you're a great hitter and you put the ball in play, but at what point do you need to like just not swing and you know what I mean, like and get on, take your base? And like I said, he's not the fleetest of foot, which doesn't help, but like it's like okay, yeah, you have elite bat to ball skills, but it also kind of hinders your ability to take a walk. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, he doesn't strike out. What did he strike out once in like 140 at bats? Something like that.
Struck out
I think he was like on like 118
at bats. Some ridiculous number.
Yeah.
He won 100 plus at bats without striking out, which is great. That's not a problem. But like, I mean, if you're not going to strike out, but you're not going to walk either, like, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't. You're not helping your team out.
What's a flat or a ground out supposed to do?
Yeah, exactly. Right. Get on base. Maybe put a run around. Put pressure on the defense. You know what I mean?
But then, like, also, like, I haven't seen anybody else talk about this at all. Like the fact that the Padres got shut out in back-to-back games.
That's not great.
That's a terrible look.
That's embarrassing. And
your pitching kept them in the game for Game 5. They could have easily won. All they had to do was like at least get something started. They only had 2 hits.
I think my biggest thing is like they were at Petco, right? And they got shut out at Petco.
Yeah, it's like 9-0.
Yeah, it's not an easy park to be like. It's not an easy place to go in as a visitor and like then shut out a team. You're going in there and just like. I mean, this is the simplest way. They went in there and just they handled business, and then the Dodgers came back home, and the Dodgers at home
straight up bent them over.
I mean, I guess that's another way of putting it. But yeah, like it's just. I mean, the Padres went to a day party. It's essentially like how we're gonna put it. Like it's true. Braxton's you got a point. They got shut out in 2 straight games. You got
It's inexcusable.
Yeah, you ate. On top of that, they 2 games and then like what was it like 24 innings? They went 2.5 games without scoring a run. That's nuts. In the playoffs, you're never gonna win a game.
That's
Yeah.
And weren't they one of the most productive teams during the whole regular season?
After the All-Star game, after the All-Star break, they were the best team in baseball.
Yeah.
They were the best. They were the most
Literally.
productive team. I think they led baseball in hits, average, slugging. I think like every offensive category.
Yeah,
everything but like steals.
One of the best teams.
Yeah, and it's like, well,
And to let the wheels fall off like that.
well, look at the Phillies. The Phillies were the best.
Yeah.
The Phillies, then the
Alec
Mets.
Bohm fell off. You talking about batting 0.054? Like that's
That's bad.
during the regular
Awful.
season, pre-All-Star break, bro was batting
like 330.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
330.
I saw
Yeah.
some stat. It was like Bohm, Turner, and Realmuto went like one for 36 or something like that.
Yeah, they
like
do.
between like the middle of your lineup just doesn't show up. Red October, my ass.
Like it was so bad that they had what's it called the Phillies manager took out Alec Bohm and put who was it, Edmundo Sosa?
Edmundo Sosa. Yeah, Edmundo Sosa.
The
Yeah.
dude who nailed the damn umpire. I'm glad we got rid of him. Like, but shoot, that was
I called it from the start of the postseason though that the Phillies are a fraud. They're always fraudulent when it comes to October, bro.
I mean,
well, look at the Braves. The Braves folded.
Braves also were hit by a major injury bug.
They
lost Acuna, Sean Murphy for a good time,
Don't
Michael
forget
Harris
Strider.
for a while, Spencer Strider. You had injuries to Max
Austin
Fried,
Riley. Freed.
Austin Riley.
Yeah,
lineup was hurt.
They just got hit by the injury bug.
And was
If
still
they-
in the wild card run.
Yeah, so if they were healthy, they could have easily won.
I don't know. The one team I'm sad to see out is the Tigers. I thought the Tigers.
I
wanted the Tigers. Like as much as listen. For me, my perfect World Series would be LA and New York, and I'm gonna get a lot of grief for it. Hold on, I'm gonna get a lot of grief for it. But you think about it. You have the 2 biggest superstars on the West Coast in Betts and Ohtani, right? And then you have Judge and Soto on the Yankees. Think about the world. Think about Think about how many people are going to watch the World Series if that happens. And you got the 2 biggest markets, LA and New York, right? You have the 2 biggest markets in baseball.
That's true.
Man, but still, like I'm not.
You don't want to see.
I'm not a fan of like how like the Dodgers. One, I don't really not a big fan of like the Dodgers fans, but also the way they did things, like how they were able to just spend so much money, way more money than some of these other teams.
Listen,
that's like they have damn near $1 billion worth of like money going towards just 2 players.
That's payroll right there.
Like that's
listen.
insane.
It's one thing to spend money. It's another thing to produce. Like there are a lot of guys who will go places and then not produce. Like you still have to go. Like
but they paid these players who are automatically know they're gonna produce.
But you have Betts and Ohtani, who are your 2 best players, right? They're making $1 billion, right? But then you have the Kike Hernandez.
I'm talking about Yamamoto. You also have what's it called? Excuse me. You also had what's it called?
Now.
Well, they haven't really.
He's hurt. He's been hurt. Yeah, but then you have.
You also had what's it called? Will Smith, who they just signed to an extension. I think I said Freddie Freeman.
Okay, but then you have Kike Hernandez. You have Teoscar Hernandez. You have who's the Miguel Rojas.
Max Muncy a sleeper.
Yeah, Max Muncy isn't a superstar. You have the guys that are coming off the bench. It's not like they're like it's just superstar after superstar. Yeah, they have a lot of pop in the lineup and they have a lot of superstardom, but it's the guys who won the playoffs, that playoff series against the Padres. Teoscar Hernandez and Kike Hernandez. They're not. It's not like he's 8th among active.
Kike Hernandez has been known to be a great postseason batter, so
he's not great in the regular season. I think he hit like 230 or something like that. It's not like, and but
he turns up whenever he's in the Dodgers uniform in postseason. So
he's not getting paid millions. He's not.
I mean, he's getting paid at least $1 million.
Well, yeah, but of those guys on that team, you're not thinking, oh, who's the one guy that's going to spark the offense?
But
plus, the celebration was great.
You have to remember Shohei helps a lot with that. I guarantee you, if you take Shohei out of that equation, they're not going to be as successful.
Yeah, but I mean, they won. Freeman wasn't in the lineup. in Game 4, and they went out there and put 9 on the Padres in Petco, in San Diego. You know what I mean? Like I said, and then you have the Yankees on the other side. It's not outside of Soto and Judge, who is like huge.
Jazz Chisholm. He's been a huge.
He's been a boost.
Yes, but like it's not
be where it be without Jazz.
I think so, but like it's not like he's not. He was the best player on the Marlins because they were bad. He's not even the 5th best player on his team
right now.
Right now,
yes,
well,
I can name you 5 other players who are better.
Pitchers involved also.
Well, we're taking pitchers out of the equation out of that starting 9. Jazz is probably 3.
No.
John Carlos Stanton takes
Judge.
Once his home runs start up, what does he offer? On the offensive side of the ball, once the home runs dry up,
he gets extra base hits.
Mm-hmm. You got Judge, you got Soto, you got Austin Wells, who's a very good defender behind the plate and a very good hitter.
That was a good pickup.
And a very good hitter. When they drafted him, he wasn't supposed to be that. Jose Trevino.
I will say he's better than what's it called? Slipping my mind. Gleyber Torres easily.
Yeah.
I'd take him over Gleyber Torres.
Who else?
That's what I was thinking about. No.
Who plays third for the Yankees? Chisholm, right? But you got
Chisholm plays outfield.
Does he really?
Yeah.
I thought Verdugo plays in the outfield.
No. Verdugo plays outfield.
Yes,
also,
he's in left. Judge is in right.
No,
who plays
in center?
Judge is in center.
Who plays right?
So they might have what's it called?
Chisholm is at third. I think Chisholm plays.
He plays second base. Doesn't
he? Torres plays second because who plays short? I'm slipping now. Who plays short?
Where does John Carlos Stanton play?
He's a DH.
Yeah.
Because they have Birdie playing. Am I tripping?
I think.
Volpe.
Oh yeah,
Volpe. Anthony Volpe is. I'm like who? It's like some nobody. I mean, not nobody, but
he shows up.
Like I said, the Yankees, they're relievers. It's not like they have a bunch of like big name guys.
They have to rely on their starting pitching to get them through most of the game.
If their starting pitching doesn't get them through the game, they might be fine.
No, because their bullpen's pretty solid. Their bullpen's pretty good.
No, it's not.
Well, all right, so you have Cole, and who else you got starting for the Nestor Cortez isn't like lighting up there.
He's been dealing with a lot of injuries this year. Carlos Rodon is inconsistent. He's not worth that.
You have one guy who can go out there and say, "Here's the ball, take it. You're gonna go 7," and it's Cole. Everybody else is a question mark.
Yeah, because Carlos Rodon, he went out there, started barking, and then gave up 3 runs and then
4 runs.
Yeah.
So then, the Royals are a scrappy team. They were good. Like I said, the other team that I wish Detroit would have done.
I wanted to see the underdogs go.
And like I said, I like the grittiness. Tarek Skubal's going to win the Cy Young. He won the Triple Crown. He's a great player. I saw some tweet where he told Cleveland fans to shut the fuck up, and his mom tweeted at him, quoted the tweet, and he yelled at him on Twitter. It was just kind of funny. I think that team's good. They were a good team. They had a bunch of guys who were just gritty players. Riley Green, guys like that. Spencer Torkelson,
Winslow Perez.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking Rogers is on, and he's great behind the plate. Like I said, they were a good team. I don't like the Indians. I don't like Josh Naylor. I've
never been a Josh Naylor. That is super big on him. He was batting 300 for.
He had 100 RBIs
season, but he dropped his batting average tremendously throughout as the season went on. It was like, okay.
I started hating him. Was it last year, 2 years ago, when they were playing the Yankees in the wild card round, or was it the division series? And he motioned to him like he was carrying a baby. Like he's like,
oh yeah, he hit a home run.
Yeah,
and
he
was doing a baby around.
Yeah, and it's and then you lost the series, right? Plus he's a nutcase, man. He hit a home run against the White Sox to tie the game in the 9th, and he headbutted somebody with the helmet on. Why are you a whack job, bro?
I just find it crazy that he has one of the I'm not even trying to throw shade, but he has one of the craziest builds. I didn't notice until I was playing the show and I saw his features. Dude's 5'10", 285 pounds.
Yeah, he's a big dude.
Yeah.
Wait, he's 285 pounds?
Yeah. We're the same size and weight. We are. We're I think I'm 275.
He's more athletic, though.
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit.
He used to play the outfield. Did you know that?
He used to play what?
He was an outfielder.
Yeah, I know.
He was an outfielder.
He
played right field for the Twins.
He got his ankle snapped.
Yeah, his ankle. Dead ass.
He collided with a player.
Yeah, he was running for a ball. The second baseman was coming out.
Lack of communication.
Boom, and his ankle blew up. like Kevin Ware type shit. Like his ankle was like hanging and shit, like
Lord
dangling.
have
It was
mercy.
bad. No, it was pretty tough.
nasty.
It was pretty tough
Yeah.
scene. Like I said, it's gonna be like I said, Mets. It's the Mets and the Dodgers. You have L.A., New York, and then you have Cleveland and New York on the American League side. Like I hope, or it would be cool to see a New York World Series.
As one of my coworkers I was talking to,
I think it would be pretty.
a Subway Series, World Series.
That'd be pretty
nice.
dope.
Cool.
New York would fall apart, but
It'll be on fire.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
This is the same reason why like an LA World Series or a Chicago World Series, these cities would be fucking falling.
Well,
apart.
first of all, y'all will never see a
I'm not gonna
Chicago.
lie.
You
we
never
might
know.
Die before we see.
You will die.
Sox.
You not might. You will die
We
before
will
you see
probably
it.
die before we see the White Sox.
Hey, man, you know what? We're gonna you hate on the White Sox, and it was a tough year, but we'll be back and stronger.
The
Hey, but I
funny
mean,
thing
but
is,
look at these other teams.
both of your
though.
teams were terrible.
Like
this
Detroit.
year.
Detroit wasn't.
Detroit was terrible a couple years ago.
Detroit was the terrible.
They were
couple years
terrible
ago.
midway through the season, and they turned it up in the second.
They had
half.
the White Sox almost knocked them out of the playoffs.
Okay, and
They
then-
almost didn't make the playoffs.
And then granted that Jerry just got done saying like, "Oh, we promise we're gonna actually like put towards our team for you fans now," but Jerry might just be speaking bullshit.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Like,
Y'all put too much faith.
We'll see what happens. I don't know. Well, like I said, just baseball was weird, man. Like I said, the rookies were good. The rookies were really good
Who
this
y'all
year.
got winning rookie of the year?
I want Paul
I got
Schemes.
American League.
I got Schemes. Merrill will win it, and purely because of the fact
Cool.
that.
I said American League first, but I guess we can start with.
Oh,
National
sorry. Oh, shit. No, I mean, like, okay, like, so I'm gonna go nationally. I think Paul Schemes should win it.
League. Jackson Merrill
We'll
was on
win
a
it
winning
because
team, and he was contributed a lot.
And those are individual awards, but it helps. This is the same thing with the MVP and the Cy Young voting. Like when you play for a good team,
it shows.
you're a better player because you're more valuable.
Right.
You're a good player on a good team, right?
And
Like if you're a great player on a bad team, well, you know what I mean?
Well, it's still
You know, it's like
Mike Trout was still able to win MVP.
yes, but he had absurd numbers. It was like
that's
he
true. That's
had
true.
some absurd numbers. It's like owning a Bugatti and living in Compton. Like it's like, you know what I mean? Like
a Bugatti in a trailer park.
exactly, right? A Bugatti in a trailer park. Like it's like great. Like you're a great player, but you're in a shit team. Like oh wow, great. You
started off this season cooking too. I'm not gonna lie.
Who?
Trout.
Yeah, and then he went down to injury.
And
Look
then
at
his knee went out.
I think it was his. I think it was back. I think it's back.
No, I don't think it was his back.
It was his legs?
It was a part
Yeah,
of
it
his
was something
leg
with his
that
leg.
was-
Really? I don't know. Like I said, I think it should go to Schemes. He was the best player. Dude put up video game numbers. There were guys who we saw the matchup of the century between Judge and Schemes in the All-Star game.
He struck out Soto and Judge back to back.
No, so Judge grounded out.
Oh yeah, something.
No,
One
he
of-
struck them
One
both
of
out.
no, I think Soto grounded out.
Okay. No,
He didn't
no,
strike
no,
out.
no.
Yeah,
He
no.
didn't strike out.
Soto struck out and Judge grounded out. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what it was. It was like they were like, oh, somebody needs to get on so that Judge, because Judge was hitting 4.
Oh, yeah, that's
but like
true.
I said, I think it should go to Schemes. Like I said, because of these awards, the individual awards you get. Like I said, there's bonuses for playing on good teams. Jackson Merrill will have. This is the same thing with like the year that Donaldson won the world or the MVP. He played on a better team. The Blue Jays made the playoffs that year, and the Angels didn't. So it's
Do you think that they're gonna like have some of the postseason like Merrill's success like in the postseasons like
it's gonna affect it. Yeah.
help
Oh
him?
yeah, 100%.
Yeah, because
They're not supposed to.
Yeah, but he batted 350 throughout like their games in the postseason.
Yeah, and
so it's like,
they're not supposed to. They're
That's just why they should announce the winners like immediately
before
after,
before the postseason starts. You said the American League. Who do I think will win the American League Rookie of the Year?
There's Mason Miller, who's a good one.
Gunnar Henderson. I thought was.
Gunnar Henderson's
No,
not a
this is
rookie.
his second year.
This is
Is
his
this?
second year.
I was so.
I mean, you might have to look that up, Tony, because I can't remember.
Yeah, I'm not
Mason
gonna
Miller,
lie.
I know, is a clear runaway one.
I'm more of a National League type of
Yeah, I was paying more
'Cause
attention
those-
to the National League rookies because
National League was like really memorable. I'm trying to think. I just remember Jaron Durant's not a rookie.
No.
Oh, what's it called? Cowser's the one, right?
Colin Cowser on the
He
Orioles.
also- He was valuable.
But he
Yeah.
got hurt though. That's the thing
and
that
then when he
messed him up.
came back,
Nah.
bro went back to hitting homers.
Yeah, like I said, so
Yeah.
and then like I said, that's probably the two guys that are probably gonna fight for the.
I think Mason Miller though. That's how dominant he was coming out of the bullpen.
For the A's. But
yeah,
so
he was like electric.
Like I said, here's that's another one. Look at it. Mason Miller and Cowser.
Okay.
Cowser was on a good Baltimore Orioles team, right? And
we got. Oh, sorry. Finish your thought.
well, I was gonna say like I said. Miller will get hurt because he was on a terrible A's team.
Well, in the second half, they were one of the better teams, though.
It's still, like I said, but you.
It's not like they were. It's not like they were one like the White Sox, and he was like performing good on there.
Yeah.
He was performing on the A's. A's were playing meaningful ball
At some point, yeah. But like I said, it's the same thing. It's a product of playing on a bad team versus a good one.
They were whooping the shit out of your Rangers.
Yeah.
They were killing your Rangers, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
The Rangers for a long time, I thought were gonna come back. They had some good. I don't know.
A's had the hands on the Rangers' shoulders.
Your Rangers were at the Diddy party, and the A's were hosting it.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, it's a tough year to be a Rangers fan, man.
They
had a bad year, man.
They had an oil bottle ready for both of your teams. The
Rangers and White Sox. I had a bad year. It's not fun. I did not enjoy this year. But we'll be back.
But here's the American League Rookie of the Year, like odds leaders, which we all forgot, which is kind of insane because we're talking about their team.
Mm-hmm.
But Luis Gil is sitting at
I forgot about Luis Gil.
It's hard to forget about Luis Gil. But
it was kind of that's another starting pitcher for the Yankees that helps.
Has he pitched during the
I can't remember if he has.
I think he has.
No, he hasn't. I have a hot take. I don't think. I've always thought that the awards there's more value in being a position player, right? Because you can play every day.
A pitcher's not a position?
It is, but you're own.
You're like, as a starting pitcher, you're there like once
pitchers
every 5 days.
To me are like, yes, unless you're a reliever and you can go out there. I actually value relievers more than I do starters, because relievers, you're under high leverage situations, right? Emmanuel Clase, dude, guy shoves, right? He throws a cutter and he throws it as hard as humanly possible, right? 103, right? Like it's like Kerry Carpenter hit a home run off him. It was a middle slider. It was 94 miles an hour. Who in God's green earth throws a 94 mile an hour slider?
Jacob DeGrom.
I was gonna say Jacob DeGrom
when he's not hurt, right? But Classy does it against some, like, you get put in high leverage situations. That's what I mean. Like, this is why I value relievers more than I do starters. But I think like the MVP. I don't think an MVP should ever go to a pitcher solely because you have your own.
That's the reason why they have a Cy Young award. You can't really,
like, when Verlander won the Cy Young, I was pissed. Or not the Cy Young, but the MVP that year they won.
If you're super dominant like he was that one year, it's understandable.
Like I said, you only played 35 times.
Yeah, the fact that he was able to be healthy and dominate like that.
I will take a position player for 162 over a starter for 35 games. I will.
That's a lot of pitches.
Yeah, but if you think about it, he pitches the starting pitcher could pitch like triple the amount of innings that a relief pitcher would do.
Yeah, but they don't do it as many high leverage situations. You know what I mean?
They could end up getting in high.
I'm just saying. I value relievers more just because of the high leverage situation. They actually have an award for the for relievers, for the best reliever.
Oh, Emmanuel Clase.
No. But like I think it's like the Fireman Award. Right,
I can't remember.
Come in, put out a fireman. That's why they. But like I said, if you come into a high leverage situation, you can go out there and you can shut out a team, or you can sit down the best players on the planet, and you can do it in a high leverage situation. I value it more. Like I said, this is why I don't think pitchers should win the MVP. It's a hot take. Like I said, keep it pushing. Right, that's the whole point of this. I don't think. Like I said, I'll take 162 over 35 games. Like I said, I know you. Because you can add to both sides of the ball, defensively and offensively. Yeah. That's why too. It's like, okay, your pitcher pitchers don't hit
by
anymore.
That logic, do you agree with what some people are saying, that Shohei should not win the MVP because he didn't contribute anything on defense? He was just a strict hitter.
Yeah, but he was the best hitter.
I mean, he did.
He put up a 50, only 50. Okay,
but still, like. You got your logic. You're saying he didn't contribute on both sides.
In normal situations, in a normal situation, a normal season, he's going out there and pitching.
Okay,
right?
Okay,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's true, but he's hurt right now. So
yes, but he was the best hitter on the planet. There was nobody better than and then Judge will win it on the American League.
Judge, I understand it, but to say he's the best hitter, Judge had better stats, everything besides stolen bases. For a good amount of time,
You could put Ohtani out in left, but they don't want him throwing. Ohtani was an outfielder in Japan. He was an outfielder.
Yeah, I know that.
So like I said, it's not that he couldn't contribute defensively. They didn't want him to. They wanted him to.
They don't need him to. You got Kiki Hernandez who could play literally every position.
Yeah, but that lineup is so loaded that they have to pitch to him.
But imagine that if I'm anybody playing the Dodgers, I don't let Ohtani beat me. I will give him the Barry Bonds treatment.
Yeah,
I'm not walking. I challenge him.
And see,
if you're good, if you're not good, then you're gonna get beat.
But
but as a manager, I'm still gonna challenge him. I'm not gonna just immediately
like an intentional walk. Here
I'm not gonna immediately just.
If there's nobody on base,
somebody else hits a home run. You're down
you
soon
got,
now.
I would get him. Then you got Freddie.
I will let anybody not named Shohei Ohtani beat me on that team. I will let anybody that isn't making a $500 million beat me on that team. Anybody.
I'm just not letting him on base.
I'm not giving up a free base.
Like I said,
I late in the game and you have a favorable matchup coming up
because
next.
Look who comes after.
Because if
anybody on that team,
like
I said, it's a hot take. Keep it pushing. Like I said, you know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? Like I said, it's true, right? That's the whole like. I will let anybody on that team beat me, but Ohtani. It's the one guy. I will let fucking Yamamoto beat me. I will let anybody beat me on that team but Ohtani. He's the best.
Yamamoto's not going to beat you. He's just pitching.
He can beat you pitching. You know what I mean? Like
we're not talking about that. We're talking
about offensively. But like I said, I will let anybody. Freeman, Betts, Muncy, Will Smith, anybody on that team beat me.
You're letting Miguel Rojas beat you.
Yeah.
Even though he's on the Sox now, I'm pretty sure.
No, that's Vargas. Miguel Vargas.
Yeah, he looks so
Miguel Vargas, Miguel Rojas. I will let anybody on that team beat me, but Ohtani. I will do it willingly. And you know what's crazy is Ohtani had an amazing season, and it's the 11th best season in baseball history. The other 10 belong to Barry Bonds. It's fucking nuts. Like it's crazy. But like I said, I will die on that mountaintop that says I will let anybody on that lineup beat me.
All right, bro. Let's go. Tony, what are the other rookies on there, bro?
So that's what I wanted to ask you guys.
Gil, Kowser, who else?
I'm gonna name the AL Rookie of the Year odds leaders. I want you guys to guess who has the longest shot of winning it.
Okay.
Luis Gil, Austin Wells, Wilyer Abreu, Colton Cowser, Mason Miller.
Wait, Abreu is on the
Red Sox,
and he turned up for a while.
Yeah, he had a pretty good season.
Yeah,
during September, dude was nice and hot.
You said Abreu, Gil, what's it called
Austin Wells, Miller, and Cowser.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go
Wells. I'm trying to think what team.
Wells is the starter for the Yankees.
He's a catcher.
He's a starter. I'm gonna go either Wells or Miller.
What do you think?
Mason Miller is not a long shot. It's got to be. I think it's Wells for sure.
Or Abreu.
Wells or Abreu.
Mason Miller is the long shot.
Wow. See, I told you. It's because he plays for a bad team.
This was as of September 29th, and like you guys said, this is right before the playoffs kicked off, and usually the playoffs are not supposed to affect that, but yet you had 1, 2, 3 guys who were in the playoffs at the top of the running.
Do you know what I mean?
Gil, Cowser, Wells. Gil hasn't pitched. I think they're saving him just in case if they get into that.
I don't think he was on the division series. I don't think he was on the division series.
I think he was in. I think there's an injury involved.
Yeah.
I can't remember, but yeah.
For the National League.
You know what? Actually, hold on. The part of the injury thing. You want to know why I think the Padres also lost? Because they lost Joe Musgrove to TJ.
They didn't have
mid-game.
They lost him.
It was like out in the second inning.
Yeah, it was like the third or fourth inning. But they lost him to injury, and I think that also hurt you.
I think if they're making another investment, it should be a pitcher in the offseason.
That's if they have the money for it.
I mean,
they're paying a lot of guys. I mean, the Dodgers have money. Everybody. I mean, shit. If you want to win, you got to spend money.
Padres aren't as big of. Well, they're a big market, but they're not as big as Dodgers are. So
if you live in California, you probably love the Dodgers with all your heart, unless you really love Seattle. Who
the hell loves Seattle?
Oh, my brother-in-law and his family.
That's not even in California, so that's my mistake. But
if she's from Seattle, it's understandable.
My brother-in-law is there, and their family. They're from Seattle. They're from Washington.
It makes sense.
And San Diego and LA are both really bougie places, but when you think about it,
I'd rather go to LA. Who
I'd
says,
rather
"Oh, I'm
go
gonna
to
go to
LA.
San Diego for vacation"?
Yeah.
Like, you know
Like,
what I
my
mean?
parents were just there, so
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to LA, man. I'm gonna.
But do you ever see a movie based in San Diego?
no.
It's always about LA. If
Mhm.
if they're going to be in California, LAX. It's the first scene.
Because
I'm gonna
Hollywood
take a
is
plane
in
to
LA.
LAX.
That's the reason why.
Miley Cyrus, she hopped on a plane to LAX. LAX. So it's
I hate
just,
this,
Guarantee the
man.
one thing you won't do when you go to LA is see your Angels game. I guarantee you
That's
that.
true.
that's true.
They're technically in Anaheim.
They have
That's still considered LA.
they have
I'm
a
just
nice
saying.
stadium. I like their stadium.
They have a
What's-
nice
what's-
stadium.
what's-
It's one of the older stadiums remaining in the
Okay.
league.
I know.
You know what's funny is what they said in it's like if Disney World's the happiest place on earth, or Disneyland or Disney World is the happiest place on earth, what's the saddest place? It's like, oh, go
Guaranteed.
3 miles down the road
Oh.
and it's Angel Stadium. Oh, that's so funny. Oh, that's tough.
I was going to say guaranteed rate.
I was about to say guaranteed rate. US
3 miles
Cellular.
down the road.
Guaranteed rate, Soldier Field, the United Center, the Wintrust Arena.
All of them. Bad.
That's about it.
I don't know.
I
Like I
guess
said,
Cubs fans are happy. They get teased
No,
that they
Wrigley
went
is
to the playoffs
trash.
every year, but
I hate all Cubs fans too. bro. I'm
oh yeah,
sorry. I hate the
Braxton's a
Cubs.
Cardinals fan. I like the
Yeah.
Cardinals, but they haven't been the same since Molina, Wainwright, and Pujols.
I'm not
retired.
gonna lie, it was
We need to
very
get rid of our
pleasing.
damn manager. I'm tired of that dude, bro.
It was very pleasing.
Mozeliak is trash. And then what's it called? Ali Marmol. Get rid of those dudes, bro. They keep keeping Ali Marmol. I'm so tired
You know
of
who
him,
y'all
bro.
do need to keep though until he retires? Mason Wynn. Y'all should not let that go.
Really?
Boy, he's not gonna.
He's
He's
okay.
been doing good.
Okay.
He's okay.
He's good.
He's good.
I mean, for a good amount of the season, he was batting 300, and he
And for a
dropped
young
down to
guy,
270.
too?
Yeah, he's young. This is his first year actually starting.
You can only get better.
He was a rookie this year, pretty much.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, because last season, I won't count last season as his rookie year.
No,
He
because
got brought up super late.
Yeah, that's called spring. Oh, not spring. September call-ups.
Yeah.
So it's,
You know what's crazy is that to qualify as a rookie, you have to play in less than 40 games or have less than, I think, 120 at bats or something like that. Like it's something like some absurd number. Like this is why guys like if they have a really high touted prospect, like when Chris Bryant was called up, they kept him up a month to keep him to keep his rookie status. It was some weird, it was like some weird
The
thing.
same thing with Aaron Judge.
Yeah, like they'll do it, and people get pissed off. Like the agents get really mad because it's like they're allowing these guys to play for a month in the minors and then bringing them up when they should be in the majors, when they should have made the ball club out of spring training, but to keep them to keep the arbitration eligible or like keep their status longer. They do that, and like I said, it really pisses people off, and mostly agents. I mean, but yeah. Like I said, we'll see what happens. I think, like I said, I will New York World Series or New York, LA.
and just for this National League part, really quick, because we do have to tune out.
Mhm.
It's 7:00, but I'm sure this one will be way easier for you guys. But who do you guys think has the longest shot at Rookie of the Year in the National League? We got Paul Skeens, Jackson Merrill, Shota Imanaga, and Jackson Chourio.
Trio.
Shota.
Really?
Oh, because of the
Oh, because the Cubs didn't make the playoffs. This Churro wasn't.
Yeah.
I feel like Shota could have. He had that stint, and
He was unhittable for.
Well, he was
I'm a
good in the
degenerate-
beginning. That
I'm a
was the
degenerate
beginning of the. That was
I'm a-
like the first two.
I'm a degenerate.
I'm a
gambler.
degenerate
This
gambler.
motherfucker.
And there was a point in time where I would not take a hitter that was going up against Shota Imanaga. And then there was one point where I said, I'm going to take a hitter that's going up against
Because
Shota
he was
Imanaga.
getting ran.
He was,
through at
Yeah.
he
one
was getting
point.
ran through. Bro was leading the
Pull,
NL.
pull, pull.
He was
Yeah, I
leading
mean-
the NL and ERA at one point.
Uh,
And I think it was while the Cubs went to St. Louis.
Oh yeah, we tore him up.
Yeah.
we had,
No, that was Kyle Hendricks that got bent over. Kyle Hendricks got
No,
bent
we
over.
No, it was both of them, I
It was
think.
both of them.
It was both of them?
I think
Yeah.
it was both.
I was
of
at
them.
the game where Kyle Hendricks sat there and gave up 9 runs in 1 inning.
Yeah, I was so happy.
Like I
was
said,
very-
I
that was
remember I
very
texted
pleasing
you.
to
I was like, yeah.
That was very pleasing to watch.
I can't.
well,
stand
like I
that.
said, we'll see what happens with the playoffs. The championship series is going to start tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Philly or not Philly, New York and LA starts tomorrow, or yeah, right? And then Cleveland Yankees is
Tuesday.
on Monday.
Oh wait, Monday. I'm
Yeah.
thinking today's Sunday. I don't know.
They
why.
they get a break, and then, but we'll see what
The
happens.
Mets better clutch up.
These are going to be some nice matchups.
I think it's going to be a
Are
good.
these best of 7 now?
Yes,
Best of 7.
Best of 7. So everybody, how many went to 5?
Just the Dodgers.
No,
Dodgers, Tigers.
Dodgers, and then Cleveland.
Did KC and them go to 5?
No, they went 4.
Dodgers and Tigers.
Dodgers and Tigers.
Yeah.
Oh, their 5th was today. The Dodgers and the Tigers.
No, that was yesterday. Yesterday afternoon.
The Indians and Tigers were today. LA
I
Padres.
saw something that said they played Friday afternoon. They must have messed. Yeah, the post I saw, they messed up the type. But they said Friday at 1 in the afternoon. I'm like, the game started already. I'm like,
well, it's because they had inclement weather in
I know, but
Cleveland, so that's why.
So it wasn't. So was it yesterday or was it today?
Today.
Yeah. So then,
they pushed the start time forward so that they didn't have.
Yeah, I know that. But I'm saying it said the game was going to be yesterday, and I was like, what the heck?
No, they had some weird off day. Like it's I don't know, it's weird. But yeah, like I said, we'll see what happens. And with the awards and everything. So.